and welcome to Mondays with Maria Gould. Today is April the 20th, 2026, and we are joined by Cornelia Thomi today. Hi, Cornelia. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm fabulous. So let me introduce Cornelia a little bit here. She is, let's start with your transformational journey, I guess. You were a registered forester for many years. You suffered with anxiety, PTSD. You felt you had a sort of a victim mindset until you realized that, oh my goodness, you're creating your reality, as each of us are, right? And you started to study theta healing and realized that our beliefs create our reality. Our beliefs and our perceptions create our reality. So when you are helping people, you're a registered theta healer, instructor. You're also getting your bachelor's of education, so more schooling to help bring your ideas to sort of bring theta healing eventually, possibly, or even forestry into the school systems or create your own school, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that'll be fun. So you help clients with finding their wonder and their play with your forest experiences, which you're going to guide us in that today, and also being authentic with your inner child. Now, can you tell us a little bit kind of what you've been creating for people lately? What sort of experiences?
A lot of different experiences. I've just been really guided to really bring that inner child out into everything that I've been doing into the world, and just allowing people to really remember their play, their inner child, their wonder, their curiosity, and just to bring that back to them right now at this time. So a lot of times we get so focused in the everyday and every moment that we forget that we are human and we're present on this earth, that we have a chance to really be who we are and to remember to be who we are. So a lot of the experiences that I'm currently curtailing, or the work that I'm currently doing, is now being really focused on connecting to your inner child, yourself, through the oneness of the Creator. So I take people outside into nature. I share with them like my experiences, and then we really just slow it down a lot, because from a forestry background, you don't really slow down in the woods. You race around like a crazy person. And I found that racing around as a crazy person doesn't actually allow you to slow down and to really be present in the body. And I'm still a current RPF in British Columbia, but I'm looking to really bridge like the spiritual, the holistic approach of being in the forest with the work that I'm currently doing. So what I'm currently doing a lot more is I'm working with people in like settings to really show them how to be in the forest, how to be comfortable in the forest. I use the theta healing approach to, if people are really terrified of bears, then we figure out why they're really terrified of bears, and we clear that so that they can be more comfortable in the forest, because you can be in the forest and still be scared of bears, but not so terrified that they are drawn to you.
Yes.
So there's a difference there. You can be safe, and you can know when they're around and move yourself out of the situation energetically without actually being drawn to them. Like I've been like last couple of years when I was in the woods a lot more, I like walked into bears. I'm like, what is that weird energy? I'm like, oh look, it's a bear. Oh my gosh. I walked into another bear. The bear didn't notice I was there, and I was like, oh, okay. Creator's like, yeah, next time just check with me and we'll just avoid that bear altogether.
Yes.
So they're there, but it's not like we have to be fearful of them. We are allowed to be outside. We are supposed to be outside. We're like co-evolved with nature to be outside. Like, so when they call it forest bathing is because the pheromones of the tree, all of the energy of the tree that comes onto our skin. It helps our immune system. It helps improve ourselves. Like, we have co-evolved in nature, and for us to be hiding in our house because we're scared of the bears, like Mackenzie, there's bears outside the door at my house sometimes, outside the window. One time I was inside and I'm like, there are 7 bears around my house, and I live in town. So this is like the energy. We're on a wildlife corridor. There's lots of animals here, but to be scared of going outside because of the bears, no. There's other ways. So I use the theta healing. I help people connect back into feeling safe in nature, feeling connected to the creator, and then really being able to trust their intuition, that they know when they should turn left or right in the forest. Because if they turn left, they might be running into something. If they turn right, they'll be fine. And I've had many experiences in the woods where I was told to stop. And I was like, what do you mean stop? And I was just, stop, okay. So I stood around for 5 minutes. I was like, do, 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 do. And then I heard go, and I'm like, okay, now you gotta fill me in. What's going on here? And there was something ahead of you on your path that you would have encountered had you gone.
Yeah.
So I did hear a tree fall. So I could have been squashed by a tree, or there could have been like a bear or whatever. But because I waited and I trusted my intuition, then I was fine. And that happens all the time when you're really connecting to nature, when you're really in the forest, really connected. It happens all the time, like being on top of a bunch of logs, and then, I'm like, where do I go from here? And go back the way you came. I'm like, no, it took away some time that I walked. And they're like, you better go back the way you came. I'm like, okay, go back the way I came. Because if I had kept going, I could have hurt myself. And there's lots of blowdown, which is like logs on the ground, sometimes up to 2 meters high. Yes. And you're up there and you're like, how do I jump down this without hurting myself? It's like, you don't. You turn around and you go back. Okay. And a lot of times I worked alone in the woods. Like, and to give you a reality here, I was like working in the woods for like 20 years. And I've done in pretty much everything from silviculture, which is like serving the trees. I didn't do much planting, all the way to like planting, all the way to laying out trees, boundaries, roads, all the way to even supervising logging. So I've done pretty much everything, and now I've really come into full circle. Like, what I really want to do is like really show people that they're safe, they can be in the woods. I really want to connect everyone into the forest more, and I realized that the best way to do that is to start educating the children, the young, the children that are coming in, because I see that they're really connected into nature, but the classrooms are very square and four-walled, and many of the teachers are very scared of being in the forest because what if there's a bear? And now it can have lots of issues with bears, even though I still find bears as the least threatening animal in the forest. There's moose, probably worse. Probably cougars are way worse. But anyways, not to terrify anyone on this podcast. Sorry, Maria.
That's okay. You're going to do belief work to help clear them.
Yes, help do belief work to help clear it. But the thing is that to provide like safe environments for people so they can go out into nature to feel that it's that they can. So I'm doing. I started the Boreal Outdoor Education School, and this basically was a program, there was actually a program in it that's called, now we call it the Boreal Outdoor Education Program, but it used to be called the Wilston School Ecology Program, and it's been running in Mackenzie for about 12 years, 11 years, something like that, and I took it on 2 years ago, and it's been really good. It's been very in Mackenzie, it's been nowhere else, and lots of different communities had been asking for the program leads to bring it to different communities, but they were tapped out. There was a full-time job doing other things, and they didn't have the capacity to bring it outwards into other places. And when I took it on, I was like, well, I don't want to just be in Mackenzie. I want to be in all these other areas. And so I started building a team, applying for more grants. We applied for more grants, got some really significant grants, we have now, since last spring, or last fall, we went to Fort St. James for two ones. We did tree planting as well as forest values for grade 5 and grade 7 was tree planting.
Cool.
And that was just going into, like, I worked with the coordinator that they had on site. I worked with Toronto Education Society because they already have a lot of outdoor extension programs. And we went outside, and the kids loved it. The volunteers loved it. They're like, wow, I can't believe there's money to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
There is money for this stuff. We just have to have the vision to be able to apply for it and, like, be able to get it done. We went into Hudson's Hope last year, the first time. We went into Chetwynd a little bit. Chetwynd's just like 2 hours north of Mackenzie. And we actually applied for a grant last fall to go into Alberta for one module. And we're just getting the school to give us a go-ahead that they want it. And then we're going to be in Alberta for a module. So this program basically, it gives the kids a presentation, and we've actually digitized a lot of the presentations now, so they're online now, and educators can log in. It's like borealedoutdooreducationschool.com, and they can log in and make an account, and it's free for them, and all the material is free to download. And then they are allowed to fill out a form when they want a field trip, and it comes to our coordinators, and the coordinator will contact them. To figure out what the field trip is. There are specific dates for field trips, or not dates, times of the year for field trips, because we don't run the field trips through the winter. We have found that things get canceled constantly in the winter with the roads or this or that. And then some of the field trips, for instance, insects aren't in the fall because most of the insects are dead in the fall because of our northern conditions here. So we have different times for different field trips. But basically the field trips is we set up the buses, we set up, basically it's a ready-made field trip that the teacher just takes their class to. The teacher's responsibilities are like parental permission slips, thank you cards are very nice for our volunteers, and any feedback that they want to provide. And I think there's something else too. But anyways, it's very low-key. And the field trip is, I invite skilled professionals like ecologists, biologists, foresters to come and they speak about a theme. And then there's like maybe 6 or 7 stations, and the students rotate around the stations. And I find it works really well. And there's always an Indigenous elder or knowledge keeper present too. And that brings in that spiritual context a lot more, because in the BC curriculum, it's very heavy, like the Indigenous truth and reconciliation is a very important topic. And I found that when we bring in more of that Indigenous perspective, of that oneness, that connection with the community, with the trees, the earth, and that's what I'm going to do in that meditation, is I'm going to bring everyone together into that oneness connection. That is how we can really bring that fullness into any of the industries, any of the, like the school system, forestry, healthcare. Once we start bringing that from where it is now, which is very Western,
unspiritual,
and it's very, very science focused, which is fine. Science is great because science is connected with spirituality. Really, it is. It's one of the same. Really, when you think about science, it's the same as spirituality. But, anyways, that's at the quantum level, and the thing is that when we bring in back that spiritual focus back into these places that have been for a long time not had it, then we feel whole again. And this is what I'm noticing with the young children that are coming in. They're already whole, they're already complete. And then we're like, well, there's something wrong with them, they're not sitting, they're running around, they're doing all these things. I'm like, because they're whole, they're complete, they're connected to the Creator. And then we unconnect them. Because that's how we've been shown that this is how we get people to be part of the industrial revolution mentality.
Absolutely.
And then once we unconnect them, then they just become exactly what we want them to be. They can become like, not say robots, but they can do exactly what society wants them to do, right?
Right.
So why are we unconnecting them when they're already connected, when they're already whole and complete? So if we're bringing in that spiritual focus into all these old systems and bringing them back into the new earth. So when I did some international work that I'm doing, I've realized when I was there, and I was in Egypt, and I just like connected into the land and connected into nature, and I asked Creator, what was I doing in this place? Because with the people I was with, because you're always attracted synchronicity to the people that you're attracted to. And then I realized we're all writing books, we're all opening schools.
Oh,
So
cool.
there are people around the world opening up similar schools, and everybody's showing the same thing. And there are these round buildings, and they're inside-outside type schools, and they're all around the world. And everywhere it'll be connected to the area that they live in. So in Egypt, the guide that we were with, he's going to open up a school. He's going to teach the guides how to bring in spirituality into Egypt, how to show people what is right spirituality and what is wrong, and he's going to teach people how to see the difference and to feel and connect into that. And he's writing a book. He already talked to us about the book that he was writing, and he's going to bring that school in. And then the friend that from China that I went with, she might be building a school out there. Well, she wants to build a school out there as well that brings in that new energy. And I know I'm building a school with this whole program, but I'm what the biggest focus that I find is that we can do anything that we want to, and we have just been forgotten has been forgotten that we can do this. And with the school focus is that I'm giving people the opportunity to see something different. Maybe people who are unable to go to camp, or they have to go be around the school because their children are in school and they're not able to work elsewhere. I'm giving them an idea for a different type of work that they could be doing, that they could build their own community. So this program is expanding into different locations, but I'm also we're also hiring or subcontracting local coordinators or assistants to build the program in their communities, and that they have their networks, they have their relationships, and they can go to the schools and really build it. And I'm just giving them the key, the manual, so to speak, on how to do it, and then they can do it for themselves, and they can apply for their grant money, and they can do all of that kind of system stuff. I'm just giving them the program is like the means for them to be able to do it. So the part of the program is, yes, there's a K to 12 modules that go into the school system. There's 4 schools, nature camps are part of it. There's the professional development aspect. If anyone in like people's community would like a biologist to speak about this or this or this, we can put it together. We can put a biologist there. So it's like we're a team focus, but it's really a grassroots type collective where all these people are in different locations and that they can build what they want to build. If they want to build a module around squirrels, they can go build a module around squirrels. They just figure out the grant money situation, and then we just streamline the digitizing so it all kind of looks the same. And that's kind of where we're going with this program. And we're going across Canada because we called it the Boreal Outdoor Education School, because it's boreal is across Canada. It's a region, a land, like it's a northern region in Canada as well as around the world. It's in the north. And what else was I going to say? As part of that program, I just wanted to let you know too, of all these programs, is that this is if you're at all interested in outdoor education, or you're at all interested in seeing the kids go out more into nature, into different, then reach out to the website or check it out. You can contact me. We're always looking for more partners. We're looking for more donators to help us expand our reach, expand this program. We're also doing a 6-month plant connection journey with myself, an elder, knowledge keeper, and a lady out of the UK, but she's has been in Mackenzie before, and she's a herbalist, and she does a lot of processing different types of products, as well as she does culinary, like bringing in the outdoors into the kitchen so that you can really enjoy eating this type of food. She's an amazing cook. I was like, wow, some of the stuff she did when I was here, I was like, or when she was here, was like, don't leave, keep feeding me. Anyways, it was a really amazing, and we just decided that, it'd be really good if we just come together. We introduce people to a certain plant or 2 plants per month, and then we go out, we connect, like really connect to the plant, like through the energy, and then ask permission to the plant and what part of the plant to collect, also following proper indigenous protocol for our area, and then just harvesting the plant, giving thanks, and then processing the plant into different types of medicines. We're going to do tinctures. We talked about making salves, essences, incense came up, fruit leather, and there's a whole bunch of
And
things.
that component of the educational system is open to anybody, so adults,
Yes.
whoever's interested, right?
Yeah. So this is all open to everybody, and it's a 6-month journey. We encourage people to do the full 6-month journey versus just the 1 month. If you do 1 month, you can pick one in the middle, then you would have missed the tincture part, and we were already making the salves. Because we're doing tinctures ahead of time, so then we can use the tinctures to make the salves, because the tinctures take a bit of time to process, maybe a couple of weeks to infuse, and then so it'd be really good to take the entire journey, because then you're really connecting to the essence of the class. It's like a course, basically, or it is a course, I should say. And then there's a part of that after the harvesting and the processing is that we're having a sweat here in Mackenzie area, and then you can really incorporate connecting to that plant and closing ceremony of the plant, as well as a meal, post-meal. But if you happen to be online or too far away to come into Mackenzie, there's also going to be a closing ceremony online as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll be a combined in-person or online if people live too far away. Okay.
And then there's always the option, if you decide you want to come to Mackenzie for a week, then let us know ahead of time so we can make an immersion so that you can immerse yourself into what we did throughout the 6-month experience in a week.
Oh, wow, that's cool. That's very cool. That sounds amazing. And you also are hosting some DNA 4 classes. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
DNA 4 is something that I know Vianne, I've spoken with Vianne a little bit. She's like, oh, have you done DNA 4? Oh, you'll love DNA 4. It's really like in with the earth, with the plants, with nature. It's really like a good class to really connect. And she's like, you might already be doing the stuff from DNA 4, she told me. I was like, oh, okay. I'm not sure because I haven't taken it yet. But I just felt that it's time to really like bring people here into Mackenzie. The town is ready. The tourism, they're like full on tourism. They got bike trails up and down the mountain. They got bike trails around the lake. They're doing so much work for Mackenzie and it just feels so good. And I'm like, people, it's so easy to come here. You just take a flight to Vancouver and then to Prince George, and then a 2-hour drive, and we can pick you up, or we can send a shuttle to pick you up, kind of thing. And in the atmosphere is really nice here. It's like low key. There's not as much stress as other places. There's not a big oil and gas craziness. There's no Tim Hortons, so if you need Tim Hortons, I guess you should bring your own. It's a lot low key, but there's a really beautiful coffee shop. They serve really good coffee, and it's organic, and so it's really like very beautiful that way. And there's a lot of grassroots movement things happening under the surface that when you really see, you're like, wow, there's mountains, there's lakes, there's animals. It's a really great setting, and I found that it would be really great to have this class here in Mackenzie because it really allows you to just go out into nature and connect and just to be. So I encourage you, the classes from October 28th to November 15th, there's like all part four. So we're doing a day between. The classes are 4 days each with a day off between. The day off between, We are going to have offerings available. We're not quite sure what that will look like quite yet, but it might be a trip to Prince George to go look at, there's an ancient forest down there with like cedars. We could do some forest bathing walks in the cedars. Or some connections there. There's also, we could do some up the mountain work. We could go down into where the Powder King is. It's like a mountain ski resort area in the mountains. It probably won't have snow yet when we're there, but we can go check out the lake. We might be able to do some kayaking. There's some waterfalls. There's some
in
really
November. You won't have snow in November, the beginning.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Cool.
Not always. No.
Okay.
On the mountains, they do have snow, but not enough snow for skiing. No, definitely not. Yeah, because Powder King has a lot of alder bushes, and you have to have enough snow to push them all down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think it'll be still really a good time to come, and it's at the lake, and everybody is just like really, it's really good. It'll be a really good experience to come.
Yeah.
And there might even be Northern Lights. As I'm getting, there might be Northern Lights at that time as well.
Yeah, very cool. And the DNA 4 classes are theta healing classes, so you would need a few prerequisites to be able to attend those classes. Do you remember some of the prerequisites? So they would need all the way up to DNA 3, correct?
Yes.
And then also planes 1 and 2. So you need quite a few of the more advanced theta healing classes to take the DNA 4. And the founder of Theta Healing is going all the way to DNA 7, I heard in her last webinar. So this is a big, huge step, a wonderful opportunity in our northern communities to take advantage of these classes. You're bringing in Marianne Karsh, right?
Karsh, yes.
Yeah. From all the way, she's driving over from the eastern part of Canada. She's a little part Viking lady too. Not officially, but I relate to the Viking energy. All right, so would you like to guide us in that beautiful connection with forest and give us a beautiful meditation to wrap up, Cornelia?
Yes, I would. Okay. So everyone just taking a deep breath in and letting it out. And placing your hand on your heart, or both hands on your heart, and taking another deep breath in. And slowly blowing it out. And bringing the energy down into the earth. Connecting deep into the earth, the plants. Bringing the energy up through the bottom of your feet, through your pelvis, stomach, heart, throat, crown. Seeing a beautiful ball of light. Placing your consciousness in the ball of light, knowing that you're safe, going up through the universe, through the Milky Way, through layers of light, through a golden light, through a thick jelly-like substance, higher and higher, into a tingly white light, dissolving that ball, becoming as one, expanding outwards, feeling connected to everything. Knowing that you are one with everything. You're full and complete with everything. Just seeing yourself sitting in the forest. Just hearing the birds. Feeling the fresh air on your skin. Taking that breath in and exhaling it outwards. Feeling the earth beneath your feet, below you. Feeling the forest welcoming you. And energetically giving you a hug for being there, for being connected. For being here. Sensing yourself as one with all, living beings. Perhaps you hear a squirrel in the distance, knowing that you're connected. Perhaps you hear an earthworm beneath your feet, or you sense an earthworm beneath your feet, feeling the connection to this earthworm, that you are one with all living things. Taking another deep breath in. What is the sound, the closest sound that you hear? What is the furthest sound that you hear? I wonder what the air tastes like. Perhaps sucking it up like it's a straw. I wonder what your skin feels like. Bringing your hand to places on your body where your skin is exposed. Just using your hand to slowly touch parts of yourself. Perhaps there's some tension in your body. You can just rub that. And using your breath, inhaling, and then on the exhale, just releasing it. If you know theta healing, you can ask for any trauma to be released. And you can call in any downloads that are coming up for you at this moment. And then just continuing to explore your skin, your body, inviting any subtle movements that your body asks for. What does it feel like for you to have this body? Giving thanks for your body and all the amazing work that your body has done for you, for your entire life. You can do this through affirmations as you touch your body. You can say, I love my skin. I love my heart. And just really feeling the response that you get from your body and from those locations within your body. You can feel free to pause the podcast now to do this exercise for your body, with your body. And as you're coming back, just feeling in to your heart and asking yourself, how does my inner child feel like right now? What does he or she need from me right now in this moment to feel happy? Just taking time to hear the emotions, the feelings that are coming up. Giving yourself time to feel, to allow, to accept. And perhaps your inner child is telling you what she or he needs right now. Perhaps it's rest. Perhaps it's a walk outside. Perhaps it's painting or drawing. And just give yourself time and the permission now to explore this. What I usually do in a walk or an experience is I ask people to put a timer on their phone for 10-15 minutes and to go explore what their inner child would like them to do. And then I call them back, and then we would share. As this is a podcast, I ask that you again pause the podcast. Give yourself that 15-20 minutes to really feel what your inner child would like you to feel and do, and go and do it. Giving yourself the permission to do it. And anytime your mind wanders away or you decide you want to do something different, just remember, this 15 minutes is for you to connect with your inner child and to feel that oneness that you remembered as a child, the oneness with everything, with the earth, the plants, the animals. This is your time, and you will get the time back in tenfold throughout your day, because you will remember the feeling that you had when you were a child, and that will allow you to create a different reality for yourself in this day. So I ask you to pause the podcast here to go and do this now. Welcome back. How was your experience? Taking a moment to really feel how you feel now. Reflecting on what came up. Perhaps pausing, taking some notes in a journal, or just do some reflective practice, meditation, additional prayer, perhaps belief work if you're a theta healer. And you can pause the podcast here. Remember, you're always loved unconditionally by the earth, the animals, the plants, the Creator. Your inner child loves you. So what can you do moving forward in today, into your week, into your month, that allows you to bring more of your inner child into you? That allows more joy, curiosity, and play into your life. What are some steps that you can do? Just allow your inner child to show you. Thank you for attending this brief meditation workshop. Just feeling the energy of the Creator all around you, being held by the earth. See yourself walking with your inner child hand in hand throughout the rest of your day, your week, your month.
Thank you, Cornelia. That was amazing. That was amazing. So thank you for joining me today and guiding us on that beautiful experience. Are there any last words or things you want to share?
There's a bit of a message that just came up, and the message is that we are all doing so well. We've all worked so hard in our life. It's time for us to really just to be more present in our bodies, to be more present in our moments, in our nows, in nature, just to be more here and present, and just allow ourselves to receive all the abundance that the Creator has for us. Just allow ourselves to really feel that love for ourselves. Because we've made it. We've all come to this place and this now time, and we've all made it.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one more thing. There are people around the world right now at 10 a.m. Pacific time in different time zones, and they are praying for world peace. They're meditating for world peace.
Mm-hmm.
And they have found that during their prayers, there is less war, there is less fighting, there is peace.
Mm-hmm.
So as a collective, I ask you to join us at 10 a.m. to just feel good in your body, feel present, love yourself, allow peace in, and let's do a quick prayer for peace.
Mm-hmm.
Just closing your eyes. We ask to send peace to ourselves, to all around us. We ask for this peace within ourselves, that we may have balance within us, allowing us to slow down and be grateful for our bodies, for all that we have. We ask to send this peace, this prayer of peace to the world, so that others can feel this inner balance, this inner knowingness that everything will be okay. We ask that the plants, the animals, the trees, the earth, the nature, they come along with us, and they show the people on this earth what it feels like to be in peace, to be connected to the earth in the peace of the earth, to allow themselves to slow down. Seeing people all around the world holding hands, seeing this light shining in everyone, expanding outwards, showing love to everyone. Seeing everyone put their weapons down and embracing themselves and each other, knowing that they really truly love themselves. They really truly care for themselves and for all their cells in their body. And that they're done. They're done with fighting themselves. They're done with fighting each other. They understand now that peace is within. And when we have peace and balance within, our external world is peace and balance. They understand that we're all working together with the earth, the plants, the animals, in harmony, working to expand this world peace, seeing it across the earth, this light of love enveloping the earth. Everyone's singing. Everyone's so full of love. Thank you, Creator, for this ability to be able to bring in world peace. Bringing this in for all beings everywhere, so that they may remember their inner child and become who they always wanted to be, and create their best reality for themselves.
Wonderful. Thank you, Cornelia. That was amazing. Seeing peace around the world, that's what everyone's heart really wants. Yeah, amazing. Thank you for your time and sharing your gifts today. I appreciate it. All of my listeners appreciate it. So we will close off today. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Have a beautiful Monday.
Recording stopped.